Om, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Shukraya Namaha. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100. This is your weekly astro video zine, at least most of the time, where we take the planets known as grahas, the houses known as babas in Sanskrit, and the signs of the zodiac known as rishis, put them together and try to make sense, mostly in tropical astrology according to your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign. But I just want to take a moment, if I will, to introduce you to my partner. This is the beloved Anna. So, Anna, I am so grateful for you. And since we're in entering the end of Gemini season, going into Cancer season, but also in Vedic Gemini, which is the couple. It is the man and the woman. So just having this wonderful spiritual woman with a beautiful voice here, just wanted to introduce you to Anna. Thank you, Anna.
Thanks. Yeah. Love you.
And we'll get back to our situation here. So, if we are to look at the moon today for Thursday, we would find it in the constellation of Scorpio. So it would be, it'd be in Sagittarius in Western. And the part of Scorpio that we find it in is the tail end, and it's a lunar mansion known as Jyeshta. And Jyeshta is sort of like brings things to completion. Jyeshta is all encased within the constellation of Scorpio. And it's symbolic of the eldest sister. It's also symbolic of the seniority and being the oldest. And it's a very tail end of Scorpio. And so as we're going into this evening and tomorrow morning, the moon is going to be in what is known as the Gandanta, which is a knot between a water sign and a fire sign. And a lot of emotions can be stirred up because what happens is we're taking on a new aim in this cycle over the next 10 days. And what is that new aim? Well, that new aim is moksha. It means liberation, and it's spiritual liberation. And we realize that, Leo through Scorpio, we're dealing with all that material stuff of the tamas. And now Sagittarius through Pisces, we're going to be dealing with that spiritual quality of release and ultimate wisdom. Because all the signs from Sagittarius through Pisces deal with wisdom. They deal with moksha. Jupiter ruled and Saturn ruled signs. These are the slower moving grahas. These are the ones that give us that age-old wisdom that ultimately really brings a blessing. It wants to give good things to us. It wants to give us rewards. Now, Jyeshta is that reward for doing the work. It's almost like a retirement or graduation ceremony, if you will, of reaching this certain place. And a lot of people are jealous of Jyeshta. Jyeshta's older sister is said to be Lakshmi, sometimes referred to as Alakshmi. Now, the ruling deity is known as Indra, god of the gods, loves sensual pleasures, is first in a fight, never gives up. And so this is a quality of tenacity. We also have the summer solstice today, which happens at 1:51 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So this is the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, folks. The light is coming. And the other thing is that we're going to be gifted tomorrow with a full moon. Now, in Western astrology, the full moon is in Capricorn. However, in Vedic astrology, it's in the constellation of Sagittarius in a lunar mansion known as Mula. And Mula is about getting to the root of things. Mula literally means root. And it's the first moksha nakshatra. and it's ruled by Naritri. She's somewhat of a guise of Kali, so there can be a sense of calamity, a sense of loss, destruction a lot of times. And I'm not saying this to, prophesy any horrible stuff, because on the other hand, the opposite nakshatra is Ardra, and that's where the sun is, and that's where Venus is, and that's where Mercury is, and it's all within the constellation of Gemini, the sacred couple. But it's also about being in touch with our emotions. It's symbolized by the teardrop. Its ruling deity is Rudra, a guise of Shiva, which can bring in roaring winds and sometimes destruction. But here's the thing. Both Ardra and Mula, especially when they're working together, they bring about a saintly quality of compassion. They know the depths of destruction, sorrow, and loss, and they can help heal like no one else can. So the deal here, folks, is use whatever challenges, whatever unfortunate thing that has happened in your life, thank the Creator, thank God, thank Hashem, thank Adonai, thank you, Jesus, thank you. It is really a gift to us to be more compassionate to others, to remind us that this is an opportunity to create beauty. Now, where I live, back about, it's a little more than 5.5 years ago, we experienced an incredible amount of calamity in something that was known as the campfire. And during that period, Saturn was in the Mula Nakshatra. And so many people I knew in this community had everything taken away from them. But then a lot of them ended up with greater rewards and greater lives than they ever had before. And a lot of them had this inner spiritual revelation through this. And I just want to tell you, whatever you're going through, in the worst of it, the only way out is to go within. The only way out is to start a prayer life, a meditation life, to return to God, confess that you can't make it alone. I need you. I am part of your creation, and I want to be in alignment with the Creator, in alignment with nature. When we do things that are against nature, it's not good. That's our first testimony of who the divine is. That's the first testimony of who God is. That's the Divine Mother is. All of that together. There is no separation. God is one, God is whole. And I just want to say that if you're in need of... The thing is, Naritri has this basket she carries. And, so at 6:08 p.m. tomorrow Pacific Daylight Time, we'll have the moon peaking in the Mula Nakshatra. And she's got this basket of roots for healing. She's got basket with turmeric, echinacea, garlic, onions, comfrey. All these roots that help heal us from malefic things. So, the beginning on this moksha path is about healing. And it's about compassion. And it's about releasing what isn't working for us. All of those attachments, all that material stuff. This is also the heart of the Milky Way galaxy, where all the secrets are kept. Today is summer solstice. This is a sacred day, folks. And because we have a full moon this time, relatively within 24, 48 hours of the summer solstice, it's like we are getting this extension of light around the world. And what this really told me is that we need to walk in the light. This happens on a Guru day for the solstice, with it being a Jupiter day, but also Venus, Friday, if it happens on Friday, is another Guru day, because Venus and Jupiter are the two gurus. And so there's going to be this incredible healing as we turn our hearts towards God and towards compassion and towards light and helping others, having a Buddha mind versus having an I, me, mine mind. There's going to be an incredible amount of healing. Ignore the politics. Look within. Act on your best, most loving self. Realize that it's a false store out there. The politics, the money, everything. It's like an old Western movie where behind the set is nothing. And it's going to fall, just like the Matrix. And we just have to be ready to love each other, nurture each other. Don't let them separate us. Let's stand together strong as family, as good human beings that are all daughters and sons of our blessed Creator, of the Blessed Mother. let us act upon this light and love in good faith and kindness with each other as we go through this time. Now I'm going to do it for you folks, sign by sign, in the Western tradition. And I just thank you for being here. I did miss you last week. I kind of messed up because I was super tired and I had, the little, interruption, and I just wasn't able to get it together in the right way. And
Getting ready for a trip.
Getting ready for a big trip, We saw Anna's father and stepmom and got to go to the Southeast, and it was in the United States, and it was absolutely lovely. And one of the first thing I saw in the morning when I woke up in Georgia was a hummingbird, on the porch, and it let me know, that there's going to be joy, folks. There's going to be some really beautiful things happen from all of this stuff, and I want you to be part of that beauty as we go through. So sign by sign, let's do this, beginning with you, Aries. Okay. So greetings, Aries, and welcome to your horoscope. Now, I know right now for you, desire is really strong. You've got all these kind of ideas, and you're wanting to sort of move forward. You're also in this place where you're trying to connect with family, siblings in particular, and now moving towards your parents, if you still have them, and finding that inner happiness, finding that inner space for peace. And when we're really doing the best we can, and we're opening our heart to the divine, the tears often fall. This whole thing of the teardrops and stuff. But what I'd say is, in that quiet place, in your home, in your room, there's this gift. And it's about receiving. It's about honoring what you have. It's also a time where you have assets that you could sell off and get rid of, and, make a little money from that too, perhaps. Just dealing with the things. But moving forward, because we're starting to think about others, especially if you have really elderly relatives that live with you or nearby, honoring their happiness. Because you're not going to have them forever, folks. And none of us are going to be here forever. So let's honor that. Okay, and Mars in the second house, just be kind with your words. Be kind, and know that, you don't need a gun. What you need is a lot of love, and you need food to share with others. Okay, greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. This is a time where your siblings are going to count more. Brothers and sisters, and you've got a lot of energy right now. Mars is right there in your first house, and so you're like, yeah, baby, I'm feeling life force. That sun, it's that full moon. It's like, life is juicy. And I want to partake in this juice. Now, moon being in Capricorn when it's full on Friday is giving you a little bit of like higher wisdom. It's also giving you kind of this wanderlust. You want to travel, you want to explore more, you want to connect with your father, you want to connect with your teachers, you want to connect with a wisdom that you never had before. And so motivating yourself to get to that place. Also looking at Venus in Mercury. Mercury in the third house is giving you great communication skills. Venus in the third house gives you this desire to be more courageous in love, more courageous in expressing what your needs, what your desires are, and what gives you a sense of peace. And also, the best way to get your needs and desires fulfilled, here's a secret, find someone else who needs those things and give it to them without expecting anything in return. That's where the magic begins. Greetings, Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope. And I really want to give a big birthday shout out to Tamara Wickman today, who I know is having a birthday, and I believe she's turning 39 today. So happy birthday to you, and just to everyone. Also to people who've had birthdays this week, like my friend Janaya and her partner Matthew, and just like lovely people that are bringing nature to children. I was just like celebrating your birthdays this past week and just thanking you and for My friend Shar, who's having a birthday in a couple of days too, turning 64. You're doing it right, girl. You're, just another person that really connects with nature. Wonderful person in my personal circle, and there's more, and also to my once removed stepdaughter Pearl, who on the 23rd is turning 34. So happy birthday to Pearl. Okay, so this is, what can I say about this? Is a time where you're getting more advanced wisdom, and a lot of times, and you're getting a lot of growth. And when we go through growth and good fortune, a lot of times it begins with growing pains. And I want to thank my friend Liel, who's on Instagram as Imanu Hashim, just for this message she gave today about not complaining, but to be grateful for the challenges that you're here for it, because there's a purpose. And I always go back to this verse in the Bible: in my weakness, his strength is made perfect. It's like, if you got a challenge and you're grateful for it, that, the divine is on the throne, folks. God's on the throne, and he's going to take care of you. And everything, when we are empty, we have more room to receive. So instead of just trying to quickly fill ourselves up, and this goes for junk food and soda pop and things, fast food, sex, porn, things to kind of distract ourselves from the reality of the emptiness we feel. Let's wait. Those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They're going to mount up with wings as eagles. They'll walk and not be weary. They shall run and not faint. So let us just have that in our hearts as we go through this week. I mean, you're going to be a better speaker, a better lover, a better cook this week. You've got material blessings coming to you. I could go on. All right. Well. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope and happy birthday. Like I said, nice. Shar is having a birthday. She's Cancer. Pearl's having a birthday. She's Cancer in Western astrology. Anyhow, this is, your time to shine. And because of the way the planets are so auspicious with all this light, and the light coming earlier this year on the Roman calendar, walk in that light, let it carry you. I mean, you're the flavor of the month, Cancer, let's face it. So most things are going to go your way. You got Venus in the first house, Mercury in the first house. You've got the wealth and the knowledge. You've also got the love and the creativity right now visiting you. And, in spite of any emotional upset, you are the blessing. And then this full moon in your partnership sign, when the moon is in the 7th house, in Mula Nakshatra, this is a time for major healing. And let's let this healing propel us throughout the whole year till the next summer solstice. Okay. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so, Cancer time, the sun moves into our 12th house. The house of loss, the house of isolation, the house of dreams, the house of harvesting things, letting it on. When I was outside watering my garden today, I saw a lizard. And a lizard is a totem in Native American spirituality for dreams and paying attention to our dreams. And so I really think that a lot of people are getting visions and dreams of things. And I just say, just rest in that, and maybe keep a dream journal. That would be a really good thing for Leo to do right now. Also, one of the best remedies for 12th house is going out in the wilderness and being alone. Now, even if you live in a place like Southern California or the New York metropolitan area, there are wilderness places you can get to and not see a soul within 50 to 100 miles of you. Seek those places out. That is the remedy, as much as you can in these next 31 days. Because this is where the healing, and this will keep you from undoing yourself. A lot of times we don't watch our back, we're undoing ourselves. So watch the dreams, have time in the wilderness, have time in the ashram, in a temple, in a monastery, places where you can receive that loving nature of the Divine Mother, of the Creator, of the Jesus, of the Buddha, of all the good, you know? And yeah, I get it. There's conflict. People are like, no, all that stuff is distractions, and there's only one God this way and that way. I'm like, okay, if that's working for you, keep doing that, you know? But I just want to be inclusive that wherever you're at, if you're sincere in your heart, it's not where you worship, but it's how you worship. If it's in that spirit of humility and truth, that you will be heard from the divine. Okay, greetings Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. So for Virgo, this is kind of a groovy, cool, happy time. You know, Sun moving into Cancer is your 11th house. And what this really does is it brings people, it brings you into connection with your community. The other thing it does is it brings a sense of wealth and good fortune. A lot of these people are going to bless you. They're going to bring you wealth and good fortune. Now Mercury and Venus in Cancer, they fall in your 11th house as well. And so there's going to be a lot of great exchanges of information, of love, be good matchmaking time too. And it's also a time where we're going to see this other thing with the moon being in your 5th house. This moon is going to help open up your heart. Open up your heart. Be in your heart, you know. You know, the heart has an intelligence that's really greater than the head. And I've seen so many people in the last 4 years kind of whoop, 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 caught up in the head. And I say, hey, ground. You know, what is the 4th chakra? Is the heart. And it is what takes all the other chakras and integrates it. If you're all up here, you're not using what's down here, which is like your power, your ability to have joy, your ability to be sustainable. The heart helps connect those things, as well as your ability to intelligently communicate, to acknowledge your own truth and intelligence and intuition, and to be connected with that ultimate source of light, the divine Father, the divine grandfather, you know, that's getting us in that wonder place, you know, or soul purpose. So that's it, you know. We're going to Libra land right now. Hello Libra, welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so Venus and Mercury, you know, they're in your 10th house along with the Sun. And this is really showing, this is when, you know, the other people at work are on vacation and you're kind of at the helm with extra responsibility, because this is your career. And part of the career, the 10th house is about your karma to the public. So what kind of person do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known for being wishy-washy? Do you want to be known for like, oh, I can't make a decision because I got to include everybody else? I think it's time, it's okay to step back a little bit, have a little meditation process. I mean, I know your emotions are going to be perked to the max with this full moon in the 4th house. I mean, we can't run away from that. And it's deep. It's like, cosmic time, you don't understand. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You know what? God understands. The Divine Mother understands. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. A lot of times the people that are the biggest pains in the butt are the people that really don't know how to cry out for love in a proper way. It's like their misbehavior is really a cry for love. And if you can put oil on their wounds instead of salt, you know, put water on the fire instead of trying to have a control burn that gets out of control, you know, you're going to see some good things, because out of those ashes and that water, there's going to be the seeds of wonderfulness and flowers come up. And I know this is all metaphorical, but I believe in you, and that's why you're here. And, you know, in more recent history, I think the last really good president of the United States was this guy named James Carter from Georgia. Very humble beginnings, but he really cared about everybody. He wanted us to be together as a family, not isolated because of drugs or resisting the Vietnam War. What a great message, you know? And acknowledge his own lust, acknowledge his own humanity, and loved fixing the environment, had solar panels. You know, it's like, let's work with nature instead of fighting against it. All right. Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. Scorpio, I got great news for you. This is one of the times where you thrive. This is one of your times when great blessings are poured out upon you, because we've got Sun, Venus, and Mercury all in the ninth house. This is sometimes considered the luckiest house in the zodiac. And so, you know, your travels are blessed. And whatever you're studying, whatever information you're getting better information right now. And things are really opening up in a good way. This is preparing you for the work you're about to do when the sun goes into your 10th house at the end of July. And so there's this, you know, you're getting primed and you're getting blessed, and any good qualities your father has are going to shine upon you during this time. Now the moon in the 3rd house brings about community, it brings about siblings, it brings about connection with friends, and it also gives you a sense of courage. This full moon is going to give you the courage. And so we need courageous people right now to be at that root of truth, to be at that root of emotional empathy. And, you know, Mars is in your 7th house, along with Uranus. And one of the things is that Mars in the 7th house can help you act like a sweetheart. I mean, you can also have other people confront you on what you're doing maybe not so well. And just like say, well, thank you. I believe you shared that with me to create a more helpful, peaceful situation. You know, don't resist. You know what I mean? Just surrender and you'll be fine. And watch the good things come. Okay. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So moon's in your first house today. You know, so you're having the feels today. But there might be some wise woman or some wise nurturing person coming into your life right now today. And you know, they're just with you, giving an etherical hug or an actual physical hug and support, you know. Just behind you, helping you move forward, watching you as you're going and doing the details. Now, Cancer time for Sagittarius is a little bit challenging because you really don't have the power. It's all about other people's power. Here's the deal. It's like accept the gifts other people can give you, because this is a time when you can really get help from others. This is a time when your intuition is spot on. And it's kind of like a 12th house transit too. You know, it's a Dastana house. It's not an easy house to go through things. Sometimes they say it's like past life karma that you're paying for. Some people don't believe in that. I mean, I just say, question everything. It's okay to question everything. And it's okay to not know and not be sure. And it's okay to have faith in what gives you comfort too. But overall, the people that need to show up for you are going to show up for you. And sometimes we have to humble ourselves and ask for help. And when you do that, that actually is good karma, because them helping you actually helps their karma and it blesses them. Well. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. So this full moon is all about you. And so Friday night, Saturday, a little bit of Sunday, it's all going to be about you. And so you're like kind of the celebratory this weekend with that big moon. So also this is your partnership season. And the 7th house is also what rules. So if you've been in a dry spell, you haven't had love in your life or whatever for a while, well, open up your heart. You know, it's like that Kate Wolf song, give your heart to love. I highly recommend learn that song. Live that song.
Give yourself to love?
Give yourself to love. That's it. Yeah. Give yourself to love. Thank you, Anna. Yeah. By Kate Wolf. So, you know, or 1 Corinthians 13 in the New Testament, you know, love is. And, you know, without love, we are nothing. You know, Larry Norman has that song. Without love, you are nothing. And it's It's a good song. It's a good reminder. And so, and you're kind of you're considered to be sort of like the out of touch of your emotions sign in the Western zodiac. I hate to say that you're very utilitarian, good with money, the sign of bankers and big businesses and stuff like that. But it's also like your knees, and a lot of times when the knees aren't working that well, it's related to the kidneys in Chinese medicine. And so kidneys are about fear and they're about detoxing. So, sometimes we have to kind of prepare ourselves for love. Sometimes we need to fast from seeing other people, fast from having all the things that distract us that are pleasurable, so that we could get to that core of who our being is and what our relationship to the Supreme Godhead is. That is, in my experience, that's the answer. We got to go within to go without. And if you're doing good within, then you attract someone who's absolutely wonderful, because you're absolutely wonderful. And okay, so Saturn's in your third house. You got to deal with those difficulties with siblings and nature and neighbors. Neptune's also there, so it's take courage to forge a spiritual path for yourself. And with that, all the answers are going to come. Well, greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. I mean, this is a time where you're getting great insights with Pluto in the first house. It's also a time where you're going to have to work on your health and do a lot of work. Your work is cut out for you, and you're going to just be taking those steps to work. And this is also a time where we improve our karma by helping other people. So you make a donation, you help somebody else with a task without asking them for anything. That is going to help your health. Actually, when we help serve others, it's been shown scientifically to improve our immune system. So, one of the ways to stay healthy is to help other people. And so, and it's a form of self-love. What do I want to represent in the world? And it's like you're going to help dispel other people's loneliness or isolation, and it's going to put you in a better position ultimately. Now this moon is in your 12th house. Woo! So like I said, I saw that lizard today. Pay attention to your dreams, your visions, and be ready for that. Be ready for something good. And so it's like, meditate on whatsoever is good, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is righteous, whatsoever is holy. And fill your head up with happy things, so that when, by the time Monday, Tuesday rolls around, moon's in your first house, you're like, I feel so much better now. All right, greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. I've got good news for you. This is a good time. This is a time where you're able to get into your heart space like you never have before. And where love blossoms. Love for your children. Love for your family. Putting love in whatever creative work you do. The art, the music, the dance, theater, whatever your creative expression is, writing, poetry. It's going to just be amazing. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to delight all these people. Now, Jupiter's in Gemini, and that's your 4th house. And so it's like having a good inner life. The quality of a good inner life cannot be underestimated right now. And so do things to create that. Eat the best food. Get enough sleep. Know that the riches are yours, and that there's enough to share. We don't have to think in terms of lack. I had a friend who used to say this thing, well, my father owns 1,000 cattle on a hill. All he needs is to keep, with the price of beef, all he needs to do is slaughter a few, and we've got everything we need. I mean, and now some of my Hindi friends is like, hey, the cow is sacred, don't you slaughter the cow, so I get that. But there's just situations where people are in survival, and every life is a gift. And, death is not the worst thing that happens to us. We want to have life and have life more abundantly. So with that, I just want to say, we are going into a period of light like we never have before. And the darkness and everyone who's doing a bunch of shadows, who's doing deceptive stuff, they're going to have to hide because this is going to freak them out. They never expected this light to come out. And so be part of that light, be part of that truth, be part of that love, be part of that kindness. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with a friend or with a frenemy. It doesn't matter. I love you. I appreciate you. I see you. Thank you, Wordsley, Melissa, Shant, and all these others, my Pisces friend, all you people. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.